What's up, WWE fans? You're watching Wrestling Edge Files, where every slam and surprise matters. Subscribe now and let's roll in. Roman Reigns has finally spoken out after the shocking backstage incident in Paris that left him seriously injured, and what he revealed has fans across the world stunned. Speaking from his hospital bed, Roman described the ordeal not as a simple accident, not as a heated moment backstage, but as a deeply personal betrayal from people he trusted. His tone was calm, but the emotion in his voice was unmistakable, and every word he shared felt like it carried the weight of years of loyalty, leadership, and sacrifice inside WWE, a routine segment that turned into a nightmare. According to Roman, he walked into what was supposed to be a standard interview segment. Nothing dramatic, nothing dangerous, just another night of work. But seconds after he arrived, chaos broke loose. Roman describes a sudden, unexpected physical confrontation involving Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, something far more intense and reckless than anything typically seen backstage. The result was severe injury, panic among crew members, and an immediate stop to the taping. Roman's explanation of what really happened. Roman revealed that this didn't feel like a spontaneous moment to him. He said he noticed things didn't add up, such as how certain people moved backstage that night, how certain equipment was strangely positioned, and how Breaker seemed unusually tense in the hours leading up to the segment. Roman stressed that he isn't accusing anyone of malicious intent, but he does believe the environment around him that night was unsafe, poorly managed, and filled with decisions that should never have been ignored by those responsible for talent safety. Braun Breaker. From student to disappointment, Roman shared an emotional revelation that Braun Breaker had approached him weeks earlier expressing admiration, asking for advice, and hoping to learn from him. Roman said he spent time mentoring Breaker, helping guide him through the pressures of rising in the business. His voice cracked slightly when he said, "I genuinely thought I was helping him grow." Seeing that same person involved in a reckless incident that injured him left Roman feeling betrayed, disappointed, and heartbroken. Bronson Reed's unexpected role in the incident. Roman stated that he was equally shocked by Bronson Reed's involvement, not because Reed was known for aggression, but because Roman had always believed Reed to be one of the more respectful and level-headed performers. Backstage, Roman said Reed's participation in the chaotic moment made him realize that the situation must have spiraled far beyond normal miscommunication, crossing into territory that should have been prevented by stronger professional oversight. The medical reality of Roman's injuries. Doctors later confirmed that Roman suffered a concussion, rib damage, and significant bruising along his spine, serious injuries that required immediate medical attention and forced him into an unexpected period of recovery. Roman explained that he spent hours undergoing tests, treatment, and evaluation. And while he is stable, he has a long recovery road ahead. He made it clear that the injuries were real, painful, and far from the typical wear and tear of wrestling. What hurt Roman the most? The silence of the locker room. In perhaps the most emotional part of the interview, Roman revealed that many people he expected to hear from didn't reach out. He said he wasn't looking for sympathy or dramatic gestures, just simple acknowledgement. Roman admitted the silence from some of his colleagues hurt more than the physical injuries. However, he also praised the handful of performers who checked on him privately, saying their messages meant the world to him. The emotional toll on Roman's family. Roman shared that his family was shaken deeply by footage of the incident, particularly because they weren't prepared to see him in such condition. He emphasized that while he is grateful to fans for their support, it was difficult for his loved ones to process the unexpected nature of what happened in Paris. Roman said his goal moving forward is to protect his family from unnecessary fear and focus on healing. Roman speaks firmly about accountability and safety. Roman was clear that he isn't asking for punishments, suspensions, or public apologies. What he wants is acknowledgement of the unsafe conditions that allowed such a chaotic moment to unfold. He repeatedly stated that this is bigger than him. It is about the safety of every performer who steps backstage. Roman said accidents happen, but preventable accidents are unacceptable in a company that operates on such a large global scale. His private investigation, searching for answers, not revenge. Roman clarified that he hired professionals not to hunt anyone, but to gather accurate information about how the situation escalated. He stressed that he is not accusing anyone of intentional harm, but he believes the investigation will highlight structural issues, lapses in communication, and unnecessary risks that should never have existed. Roman said the goal is transparency and improvement, not blame or hostility. Why? This incident matters for the future of wrestling. Roman believes that every major incident in wrestling should be a wake-up call for the industry. He emphasized that wrestlers put their bodies on the line every night and deserve to work in environments that prioritize their safety above all else. He spoke passionately about better backstage protocols, clearer communication, and more protective measures for performers at every level of the roster. Roman addresses Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Directly, Roman said he does not hate either Breaker or Reed. Instead, he hopes both men learn from what happened in Paris. He believes they are talented performers with bright futures, but said they must recognize the consequences of unsafe choices. Roman said he is open to talking with them when the time is right, not to argue, but to understand how the situation spiraled and how to ensure it never happens again. His message to fans. Worried about his future. Roman reassured fans that he will return to WWE when the time is medically appropriate. He made it clear he's not stepping away, not retiring and not giving up. Roman said his body will heal, his mind will recover, and when he comes back, he wants to return stronger, smarter, and more committed to leading the industry by example, the Tribal Chief's promise. Moving forward, Roman ended the interview with a powerful promise that his experience in Paris will not be hidden, minimized, or ignored. He said he owes it to himself, his family, his fans, and every performer in WWE to make sure the industry confronts tough questions and grows. Roman vowed to continue speaking up about talent safety, fairness, and accountability until real change happens.